Halftime Howie here. And the fight everyone around the world is talking about is the McGregor-Mayweather fight coming up on August 26th. And what better way to get the reaction to go to MMA headquarters here at the amazing place, Super Rare, East Coast headquarters for MMA. John, the manager here. How fired up are you for McGregor-Mayweather?
Very excited for the fight. Very excited to watch that fight.
How big is this for MMA?
It's huge. It's a huge step for MMA in the right direction for fighters to make more money and definitely promote themselves and make the boxing money that boxers make.
Scotty, you're an MMA fighter, right? You train with Chris Weidman, our buddy from Baldwin, the ex-champ. How excited are you for this fight?
I am mind-blown about this fight. Like, to be honest with you, like what John said, the MMA is going to be put on the spot. Like the UFC, they're going to make more money. Like, I wouldn't say as much money as boxers make, but it's going to be up there though, and it's going to help UFC fighters get more well-known. And McGregor's really going to put UFC on the spot for this. But who's going to win? Like, that's a mystery. You know, I look at it like it's an on-the-spot thing. I look at it as an on-the-spot thing because, you know, it can go either way. Like, I know everybody's doubting McGregor and stuff because he's never done it, but like has somewhat potential to winning this fight. You know, he's got size, he's got age, he's got power. He holds extraordinary power at the 145, 155, or 170 division, you know, and he's unpredictable. Like, you don't know what's coming. So, but where Mayweather, he's more defensive, so it's comparing day and night. Like, you don't know what's gonna happen. Like, it can go either way.
Okay. All right, John, let's go inside the store. And why don't you give us let's check out this MMA store and tell us why the MMA fighters come here and why this is a great store. Let's go for this wall here. Let's talk about this wall.
Oh yeah, well this is the glove wall. This is our second glove wall here with all our amazing gloves here. We got Golden Gear, we've very high in Fairtex, Hayabusa, Ringside, Venom, you name it, we've got it. Everything from Whitting, everything.
And let's go to this side of the store. What do we got over here that MMA fanatics will love over here?
Well, we got some more gloves, headpieces, kicking shields, bags, shorts, belly pads, hit sticks, VLSC, MMA, gloves, everything.
All right, awesome. Now, one thing we want to talk about is Chris Weidman, who we all love, the champ from Baldwin, who was on my show back in the day. Guys, you were there. Talk about how big it was for MMA to return to Long Island at the Nassau Coliseum, and then Chris Weidman won. Let's talk about how big that was.
Well, I had a chance to meet Weidman at, I forgot what Glory show, and I fell in love with him ever since then. Very nice guy, good fighter, and it was definitely amazing to see him tap out Kevin Gastelum for sure. Incredible performance, and looking forward to seeing him fight more.
Scotty, what was it like being there? And talk about the reaction when Weidman won that fight in Long Island. What was that like?
The whole stadium exploded. Like, as soon as he got Kelvin Gastelum on the ground in the third round, they exploded. Like, the stadium, like, I never seen anything like it in my life. Because, you know, he lost 3 fights in a row. Like, the last 2 fights that he lost, you know, the surgery threw him off, that being that he had to get pulled out of Rockhold's fight, which was really upsetting. But, you know, he came back, he worked his way up, and I have nothing but respect for that. And I'm going to his gym now and making my debut soon. So.
All right, awesome. John, come here. I want to ask, I'll tell you, I got the one reason I think McGregor can win this fight. You know what? The one I hear my reason? The halftime Howie reason, and 2 MMA fighters can tell me why. I want you to reaction my reason why I think McGregor might win.
Go for it.
Go.
One of the reasons I think is that Mayweather, take nothing away, he's a great fighter, but he's fought very few southpaws in his time. McGregor is a southpaw, a lefty. So it's a fighter coming at you from completely different angles. He's not used to it. Talk about that thing that I think plays in McGregor's favor, the fact that he's a lefty and Mayweather's not used to fighting a lefty.
I still don't think that it plays in his favor at all, actually.
All right, well, that's okay.
I think that, you know, I box. I've boxed, I've done Muay Thai, I've done MMA, I've trained and all, and I could say one thing, that when you're a southpaw, the easiest hit to catch on a southpaw is that left-hand hook. And if you guys remember clearly, Mayweather actually knocked out Ricky Hatton in the 5th round with a check left hook. And I think it'll be about the same. But you never know. This fight game's weird, so anything could happen.
All right, Rick. So tell me, Scotty, how can McGregor pull the upset? Tell me a scenario where you see McGregor beating Mayweather.
I think it would be in like the first 6 rounds. Like, he'd have an advantage, but I think past those 6 rounds, he slowly but surely loses that advantage. But I do agree with you on the southpaw thing, because Mayweather's not used to fighting a southpaw, and at the same time, like, he hasn't fought one in a while. And McGregor's unpredictable and extremely powerful.
Now, the two MMA experts, here's the one fear that I have. And I want to ask you guys what you think of the fear that I have for this fight. My fear is that McGregor is a great MMA fighter, great champion.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But it's boxing only. What happens, or do you think this is a possibility that McGregor can get so frustrated that he might revert to kicking and doing MMA things just because he loses cool? That's been brought up. Do you see that scenario happening?
I think McGregor is too smart to do such a thing. He's going to make $100 million. That's an incredible amount of money. I don't think he'll get frustrated. In my opinion, Mayweather can't lose. I mean, McGregor can't lose. He's already won. I mean, if he beats Mayweather, he's the guy who did something nobody could do. And if he loses, he's like everybody else, but just $100 million richer. He's too smart to do that.
What do you think, Scott? Is that possibility that he could lose his cool and revert to MMA techniques?
I don't see it happening, because he can put his money on the line. He can get fined for a lot of money. I don't think McGregor wants to do that. I think he's too smart to do something like that.
Okay. How about this fact? I don't know if it helps so much, but I want to ask you guys, because you're the expert. Physically, McGregor is much stronger than Mayweather. He's also much younger. Mayweather's 40. McGregor's a lot younger. Mayweather hasn't fought in 2 years. Does the physical strength of McGregor help him at all in this fight?
You would think that it does, but I don't think it's going to help too much, because it's not a wrestling match or an MMA match, where an MMA strength is a lot more powerful than technique at times. But his youth can play a factor, but I just think that, like, going back, that Mayweather's experience of beating 49 of the greatest boxers in his weight class is just going to be too much. But anything can happen.
Scotty, your thoughts?
Yeah, if this is a UFC fight, like, I'd say the strength and ring rust would play a factor, but in boxing, there's a very slim chance, but anything could happen, so, you can't really say yes or say no. It's kind of in the middle. It's something to be questioned until after the fight happens.
All right, let's talk about the general impact of this fight on MMA. The publicity, people talking about MMA, people talking about McGregor. The casual fan is going to spend $99 for this fight. Talk about the impact on MMA that this fight has brought.
I think it's like I said before, I think it's wonderful for the sport of MMA. MMA's never had that true exposure like it has now. I believe last year that it was falling out of place, actually, that people were losing interest. And McGregor single-handedly by himself has put the entire MMA world on the map. Now we've got more shows for fighters, more exposure for people to make it into the UFC. Now, for people to make more money and actually live and support their families on this, it's just been incredible in every way.
Scotty, your thoughts on the impact that this huge McGregor-Mayweather fight is having on MMA?
Oh my God, it's unbelievable. MMA is not only going to be so much more recognizable, but it's also going to make so much more money, somewhere along the lines of what boxing makes, and it's going to give UFC and MMA altogether a whole entire different look.
Well, John, I tell you, we'd love to have you guys come to our future shows, because we know how popular MMA is. And for folks that want to come down to the store, why don't we give the address, the phone number? Do you guys have online also?
We have an online store. We are Super Rare Fight Shop, or 220 Sunrise Highway. You could contact us on Rockville Center. You could contact us on Facebook, Instagram. You could follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Like us. We're open Monday through Sunday. Every single day we're here, supplying the best fight gear in all of New York.
Okay, awesome. And you come here, Scotty, because you must love it here, right?
Oh yeah, I love it here. I'm about to make my debut soon. I hope to see a lot of you there. It'll mean the world to me. I'm from Oceanside, New York, and without a doubt, you will see me on the big screen one day. All
right, so it's great. Well, we do our show at Pancho's Cantina, so we'd love to have both you guys come on our show and join us at Pancho's down the road. And thanks for helping us with this great preview. You heard it from Scotty, you heard it from John. The McGregor-Mayweather fight, August 26th, coming up. And if you want the best of MMA, you come right here at
Super Rare Fight Shop,
located at
220 Sunrise Highway, Rockville Center.
Thanks, Scotty, John. Awesome.